Welcome to the 3 Dot Podcast. My name is Bugsy, and to my right,
I am D-Buster.
and his right.
I'm fresh.
And welcome to another episode of the 3 Dot Podcast, where the conversation does not stop.
It does continue.
It does continue.
We did go on a hiatus.
We did.
Yeah.
We did go through a hiatus a little bit. 2015 was the last time we spoke.
What?
Or
Yes.
did a show. Or,
Was
yeah.
it?
I'm sorry, no, 2017. We started in 2015. And then, we ended around 2017.
2 years.
Yeah. But then between 17 and now, it's about, 6 years? Is my math right?
I guess.
1, 2,
I don't
3.
know.
7 years. I'm sorry, 7 years.
You're better with dates than I am.
Yeah, 7
I
years.
remember
It's
that.
been 7 years, though. 7 years since we recorded.
Anyway, besides that,
It's been a while, guys.
Mr. Fresh.
It's been a long time.
Speaking of a long time, do you guys remember a long time ago when you were a young kid?
I think about it all the time.
Really? That's crazy. Do you guys remember your childhood crushes?
Yes,
I do.
I do.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Wait,
our
are you talking
topic.
about like celebrity crushes or just in general?
We're gonna talk about.
You got a celebrity crush when you were a kid?
We're gonna talk
Yes,
about
I
all
did.
of that in between, guys. That's
Oh
that's
my
what we're
goodness.
doing. Talk about crushes, childhood crushes, celebrity crushes, all the crushes. Big
I like
pun
these
style.
episodes.
Okay. Oh man.
Fat Joe style.
Are you blushing? Act like they're gonna
No,
get
Look at
it's
it,
just-
look
no,
at
no,
it.
it's just- I'm thinking about it.
Looks like a
You
war
think Kimberly
veteran.
from the Pink Rangers,
thinking of-
Power Rangers can listen to you guys?
So we'll get out to all the celebrity crushes. But who was your childhood celebrity crushes? We could start with like one or whatever.
Oh my god. I'll start, but the thing is, I forgot her name. So Chaotic and James, I might need you to look her up real quick. But she was from All That. She was from All That. Is it Tatiana? I forget if that's her first name. But if you look up the original cast of All That, there was I don't know what she was. I think she was Latina, but she was one of my childhood crushes for sure.
Oh, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah. I forget her name because
Oh.
I haven't thought about her in a while. But
Yeah. Dude.
Are you
Well,
talking? Are you talking about the world most famous Christina Vidal?
is that her name?
Yeah.
Because okay.
Tatiana.
Tatiana must be another show, but I think one of you guys is probably gonna say it, but people will say it's Kimberly, the Pink Ranger.
No,
right?
but
Yeah.
let's go back. You know, we're rushing a little bit here. Are we talking about her? This girl?
I can't see.
This is Christina Vidal.
That's not her.
That's
No,
not her.
That's not
She
her.
was
That's
also
not
on
her.
Brink, by the way. Christina Vidal was also on.
But I remember that Brink girl.
Yeah. She
I
also
might have to
had
look her up on the side, but I'll find her name before the episode ends.
She also had her own Nickelodeon show called Taina. That's how I remember Christina Vidal. That's mine right here.
That's your
just
crush.
to say.
Okay.
One of them, but
Okay.
that was her.
See, now I gotta look it up, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at too. Because I'm curious.
Well, who was
All
your
that.
childhood crush?
Cast. Mine. Let me just tell you this. This was. This is my furthest memory of a celebrity crush that I can remember, and it was in a a Sears magazine. And guess who it was?
You horny bastard.
It
Yes.
was a Sears
It
magazine.
was a Sears magazine. This was my sexual awakening.
Sexual.
I remember this vividly.
This is an episode from The Office, man.
It was it was Tyra Banks.
Oh,
Oh.
see,
Yeah.
that's
It was
a
Tyra
well-deserved
Banks.
sexual awakening.
And yeah, and it was. I remember she was wearing blue bra and panties, and I was all like, "Oh,
Hey, you didn't have to tell us all that.
do I like this?"
Paint that
Yeah,
picture,
you did.
Monet.
I did like it.
Paint that picture.
God dang, man.
God damn, dude. Okay.
Yeah, that was my first.
T Banks.
That was your first.
I'm not gonna lie to you, D Buster. I was not expecting that answer,
Mhm.
especially a Sears magazine.
in a Sears magazine. I remember this.
Mine was okay. So now to come think of it, I don't. I mean, obviously, I think it was Kimberly from the Power Rangers, Pink Ranger.
Hmm
But the one that stuck out the most with me was, and this is weird, but it's justified, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Is Roxanne from a Goofy movie,
Goofy
an
movie?
actual animated character?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she was hot. She was hot.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
But, you know, like that's the thing. Like celebrity crushes can also be cartoon crushes too. You know.
They can.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Trixie
yeah.
Tang.
I'm
Susie
pretty sure people had a whole tons of crushes on Babs Bunny from Space Jam.
Babs.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Babs-
too.
Babs?
Or what was that? The one wearing the red dress. I forgot her name.
No.
No.
Was she on a Target ad?
No, she was not a Target head. She was in that like.
It was Lola
there was
Bunnies,
also
that's what it
mixed
was.
with a rabbit that was hella goofy, but it was in a live setting.
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
That's Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica
oh,
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay.
That's where. Yeah.
By the
Heads
way,
up to JB.
I found my crush's name. It was Alyssa Reyes. Alyssa Reyes was in the original All That cast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's where I remember every time I saw the introduction to that show, I'd just be like, oh, can't wait till Alyssa like just comes up. She just comes
Just
up to the
shows
camera
up.
and she's like, oh,
Like how?
yeah, like
Wait.
yeah,
Oh, one more time.
like that.
Okay, got it.
Exactly. I'm not watch the intro. That's what she did. She comes up to the camera and she does like a little body roll. I'm like,
That
Yeah.
was the one.
yeah.
This is crazy because I thought before the tattoos and the craziness, Amanda Bynes was really cute.
Mm.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like she was really cute.
Amanda Bynes.
But then, all the other stuff happened.
Right.
Later on.
For all the crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was before that.
Right.
I'm not into all the stuff.
She
now.
was Nickelodeon at one point.
Yeah. But do you guys remember Susie Crabgrass?
Was this sound familiar?
Ned's.
Ned's. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
She
remember
was
that.
also in The Walking Dead after that.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Susie Crabgrass too was also one of the crushes I had
was
growing
good.
up.
Yeah.
Patty Mayonnaise is everyone's crush. Specifically Doug.
Patty.
Doug Funny.
Patty Mayonnaise.
Ruth McDougal. Does anyone
Ruth
remember
McDougal.
her?
Yeah, everyone had a crush on Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Hi Ruth. Hi
Yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah,
And
everyone
I-
had a crush on her.
And I think the one that stems from all of this really is Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly
Kapowski.
Yes.
I was more of a Lisa fan, but
Lisa Turtle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just remember though a lot of people were more into Kelly at the time. Your standard all American kind of girl, right? Cheerleader, et cetera, kind of thing.
The all American female. that
She
we
was
looked
like
into.
in the same level as Kimberly. I forgot her name. Her real name, not
Amy Jo
Kimberly.
Johnson.
Amy Jo Johnson.
yes.
Everyone had a crush on Amy.
Yeah. It was like those two, right?
Yeah.
I would think
Yeah.
that they were like the popular ones.
Right.
Like the safe picks if you were to pick.
Bogsy didn't say anything about his first. Did you say your first?
Oh, but my first celebrity crush?
Yeah, I mean he said Sears catalog.
Yeah,
I said cartoon.
Yeah, Alyssa Reyes.
Alyssa Reyes.
Yeah, from all that.
What
yeah.
did she do again? Oh, sorry.
She went up to the camera and she went
I got
with
that.
her little artista hat.
I did.
Yeah, look up the intro, guys. You'll
I
see it.
actually see it right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she is right in front. She's all like,
I just remember being a kid and I'm just like, damn. Like every time she just showed up on the camera, I was like, who is that? As a kid, hoping I would meet someone like that in school. I forget
She
what
is
grade I
like-
was.
Zendaya qualities about her, like when she was younger. I see that.
Yeah. It's funny because when I just looked her up just now, that's my first time seeing her, like how she looks like today. She aged fine. She aged
Isn't
fine.
she?
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Just like Amy Jo. Amy Jo still looks the same. She still sounds the same today. The Pink Ranger, the original Pink Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mhm.
Still looks good.
I like
Sounds
looking
good.
up those like where are they now type situations.
Yeah.
You seen those? And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden some of them aged wonderfully. Some of them are like, man, what happened?
Do you think
Yeah.
people who had crush on us at 3 Dot now Google us? Where are they now?
Yeah.
doing
I
it.
bet you they do. I bet you
Hey,
they do.
look at us. We're here.
You
We're
know
back.
what?
Doing
I'm sorry. I have to bring this up. You had a crush on a woman on a Sears ad, and then you ended up working at Sears. Mystery
for a little
solved.
bit.
That's why you
Yeah.
started working there.
No.
You son of a bitch.
No.
You try to find her.
No, that's not how
I'm
that
sorry to
works.
break your heart, man. There's more than one Sears
Shut
in the country,
hell
man.
up, dude. That is not
It
how
makes
that
sense
worked
now,
out.
buddy. Caught you red-handed. My goodness. Crime solved.
I did, just for context, I did work at a Sears for a little bit.
What were you doing there, Dave?
I worked in the jewelry department.
So you're
You
also
are-
proposing to her, getting ready for it.
You try to knock out two birds with one stone. I
Man.
get it. You try to find her at the Sears, and if you did find her, you were willing to get a discount with your employee discount at
Buy a
the
ring.
Yes.
It's proposed to Tyra Banks.
God damn, you slick guy.
Hey, I'm not
It's
mad
a
at
long
it,
game, man.
Yeah,
a long con.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
But
yeah.
you know what? I did get to meet Tyra Banks for a little bit.
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Yes,
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I
Where?
did.
Yeah.
When?
5 head
Um,
and all, baby.
Yeah, she went
Tyra,
to.
I'm sorry.
She went to
To Sears?
the old job.
Sears.
Yeah. No,
No.
our old job.
Our old job.
Yes.
Okay.
Went to the there and
Shook her hand?
No.
Oh.
She was exiting,
Uh-huh.
and I saw her. I saw like she's very tall.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, how did she see you?
I saw in the corner of my eye, turned around, and then I directed. I was like, "Oh, you're exiting," and I paused. I was like, "This way,"
Yeah.
and I was
So,
like,
what was your first thought? Did you have a sexual awakening, or what happened there?
Yeah, did you have an awakening down
"No,
under
no,
again?
no, no!" I was stunned. I was stun locked. I was just like, "Oh."
But did it occur to you like that was the woman that caught my eye on page 17 on the bottom corner of that magazine that you were looking
No.
at?
Do you remember the page?
I don't
Remember
remember
the
the
page
page. No, I don't.
You remember the page number, like how Chris Tucker remembers
Why?
the
Because the pages are
Victoria's-
stuck together after.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
boy.
remember the page number.
Well, good for you. Good for you. I never got to meet Miss Reyes. You got to see Tyra Banks?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah.
Well, I never got to meet Roxanne, so that's
We
that.
never-
You know.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what's funny though? A bit of digression. Another person who's I guess would be considered a celebrity crush. I almost ran into her, Robin Scherbatsky.
Oh yeah.
Colby
yeah.
Smulders.
Oh.
Also,
I almost physically ran into her.
also at
Yeah.
our old job, at the
Yeah.
same old job that we
No
cannot
way.
name.
Yes.
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 You told me about it.
Yep.
really?
Yeah, because
I was off
I
that day.
heard she was there, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and try to find her." Right.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, like I'm looking and I'm speed walking, but then this woman almost bumps right into me, and then like she has her back turned, and I was like, "Oh," and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I look and I'm like, "Oh shit, that's babe."
That's tight.
You know what? Because
That's
because
tight.
we're
Yeah.
talking about the same area, I had to bring her up too, and she was my crush as well growing up, and she was also in the same place that you saw Tyra and
Mhm.
he saw Robin. Natalie Portman.
Natalie
Natalie
Portman.
Portman.
I saw Natalie
Yeah.
Portman at that same spot, and
Uh-huh.
she was fast. She came in with her newborn.
She was fast.
She was fast, like she was moving with her
She
stroller.
had rollerblades.
Had blades.
Bought from
She
Dave.
might as well have blades. But yeah,
Didn't you say she came down like down? She was just like in a
Visiting,
hoodie
she
or
was-
something.
yeah. She had sunglasses on. She had a hoodie,
Sunglasses,
but
yeah.
but we knew it was her when we checked her
Out
ID.
the gate.
When we checked her ID, yeah, her name is the same on the ID. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's crazy.
bet you people watching the show is gonna be like,
She
"Wait,
wasn't
where-"
my celebrity crush, but now we're kind of spiraling into this. But I helped Raven Simone at that
Oh.
place as well.
You.
Raven was there?
Yeah.
That's so
And then,
Raven.
then they tried to come in and be like, "Hey, I'm a student," because at the time they were studying fashion design, and so they gave me their school ID along with their ID. But this is already when they're already grown up.
Uh-huh.
People forget though that after That's So Raven and everything, they ended up studying school, went back to school.
Mhm.
So that's exactly what happened.
Mm.
Gave her that school discount.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, all of
I
us
didn't know
have
that.
seen our crushes at some point in our lives in the same area. That's cool.
Or a crush.
I have yet to see Kimberly Amy Jo.
Amy
Johnson.
Jo?
Yeah, Amy Jo though.
Yeah,
Like-
like see her in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I think she was wasn't she at Comic Con? I think I seen her at a booth.
she's definitely
she just had a
attended
long ass
some
line.
good event. Out of the 10 years that we've attended, I never saw her.
Really?
Because if I did, I probably would have lined up.
I saw.
Yeah.
I think she was at a booth, and then I just saw her, but the line was so long. I was like,
Right,
oh, that's
right.
cool. I
Right,
just
right.
recognized her.
Little quick quiz. Do we know Kimberly's last name?
The
Joe
Power
Johnson?
Ranger?
Yeah.
Amy Jo Johnson.
No, that's the person's real name. But we're
Oh,
talking
in the show?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
I
gonna
don't know.
lie to you.
I don't know.
I don't know any of their last names in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Jason, Tommy, Zach, Billy, Trini, Kimberly. I never invested time to know what their last
Tommy
names
Oliver.
Yep, Tommy Oliver.
Ooh, you're right. You're right.
I got that one down.
Okay.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
Jason Lee Scott.
Jason Lee Scott. Okay.
Okay, that sounds
Red Ranger.
Kimberly Ann Hart.
Oh, Okay,
Never knew
okay.
that. I never knew that.
Yep.
Kimberly Anhart.
Billy Cranston.
Yeah, yeah. You look like a Cranston.
Trini Kwan.
Okay.
Juan?
Yeah. And then Zach.
Johnson.
That.
Really?
Am I right?
No way.
Am I right?
No.
Oh,
Fucking racist.
Yeah.
Johnson. Zachary.
You said that
Zach.
with your chest, dude.
The Black Ranger. Johnson, huh? No, Zachary. Zach. Taylor. Zach Taylor. About to get canceled. This
Dude, you
episode.
said that with your
I
chest.
know. That's
Johnson.
what I thought, man. All right, God, Billy Cranston, great. Okay.
Billy Cranston.
Cranston.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay.
Damn, and I was a fan of the Black Ranger. I didn't know his last name.
Taylor, man.
Taylor.
Some fan you are, buddy.
Kimberly
No.
Ann Hart.
Anyways, back to our crush, Amy Jo. Yeah.
Let's talk
Kimberly.
about real life crushes.
Real
Do
life.
you guys remember your first crush?
Absolutely.
I do.
Do you remember the names? So if you want to share, you could say first names.
Yeah, we're doing first names for sure. Kindergarten. Katrina.
Kindergarten.
Yes, Katrina. And I got a funny story about Katrina as well. And I hope she sees the episode too, because she'll get a good laugh out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, Katrina was my my kindergarten crush. Thomas Edison Elementary School. Unfortunately, I only got to spend kindergarten with her because she ended up going to another school after that. But many times we would bump into each other during elementary school, middle school, high school, and even college. Just in passing. You live in Daly City, you're gonna see somebody. You're gonna see that somebody. But the next time I had seen her, I think I was in my mid-20s, late 20s maybe, and it was at a club. It was
Oh.
yeah. It was at a club, and I saw her. She saw me. I beam blinded to her, and then talked to her. She knew who I was, and I knew
Okay.
who she was too. And
Wow.
then yeah.
So you made something happen later
Oh
on.
yeah. No. We danced the night away. Got her a drink. Yeah,
Okay.
she danced with me that night. Yeah.
He said, "Hey, Toots,
Okay.
let me
I was
buy
like,
a
remember
drink."
me? KB? Thomas Edison? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Always and forever we'll have the hots for Katrina. But she's happily married, has about 2 kids now. So she's got a beautiful family. Yeah.
That's cool.
That was my crush. That was my very first crush.
At least you
about
got
you?
something out of it.
Huh?
Me.
Yep.
Tyra?
No. This is in grade school.
Which magazine you come out of this time?
The Toys R Us magazine?
I don't even want to talk about it anymore, man.
No, go ahead,
Okay,
you Buster. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
You're fucking cutting me off and shit. Just fucking
Go
talking about
ahead,
magazines.
go ahead.
No, how about you go first?
Maya. Yeah, Maya. So it was like 3rd grade. So,
Okay.
Longfellow Elementary. Sup, baby?
Have you seen her around lately? Or
No. I think the last I've heard of her was like I was in high school. Actually, no. I take that back. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. She's married with kids. Great. But I heard, like, oh, that's good. Yeah, nothing much of that. I just remember though, like she was like the very much like Ruth McDougal in our school. Everyone liked her. All this other stuff. I liked her too. And then I remember thinking to myself on the last day of school in the 3rd grade, I'm gonna tell her that I liked her. But then my parents had other plans. They actually, I didn't attend the last day of school. We moved and then we moved schools, so it never happened.
It speaks volume when you say that she was the Ruth McDougal. That means all the guys liked her
Yeah.
in that school. That's what Ruth is. That's
Yep.
what Ruth McDougal is. So
Yeah.
Fresh talked about his crush. He spoke for
Yep.
you.
Yep.
So now it's time for you to reveal.
My first crush, grade school. Don't know when. Maybe like 1st, 2nd grade.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Charlene, and I don't know the reason why. I just liked her.
You don't know.
Nope.
There's nothing like stuck out to you.
Not-
Like
I don't know what it was. I think I just thought she was super cool. And
what grade was this?
Like 1st or 2nd grade.
Okay.
It was like
Little D Buster.
I don't know. I just liked her.
Oh.
Like I wasn't like a hard crush. Well,
Right.
maybe it was, but
Well, sometimes you can't explain it.
I couldn't explain it.
No, some
Like, I
legit,
look back at
sometimes
it
you
now, and I'm all like,
You just gravitate towards her aura.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I'm like, all right.
Have you ever
Yeah.
Did anything about
Yeah,
it?
did you try?
No.
or have you ever? Do you know how she's doing?
You know
today?
why? This is why. It's because I think between my brothers, word got out that I liked her, and they were making fun of me for it.
Wow.
So I like suppressed the shit out of that. I was like, am I not supposed to like her? Why are they making fun of me and this, that, and the third?
Yeah.
And I was all like, oh man. So I didn't do anything about it.
Charlene.
Her name was Charlene.
Shout out to Charlene. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to Katrina.
You know what's crazy though, the way that your brothers treated you, it's actually really important to talk about that. Like I know we're not in a therapy podcast or anything like that, but there are actually some resources out there, according to CNN, as well as UC Davis, their health on their website. First crushes that involve like friends, schoolmates, whatever, actual people. That's a very important time for you guys to try to figure out how to deal with all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so when your brother just came in, just like bashing you on it, that's why you reeled back. You turtled up and you didn't.
Oh yeah. I
shut
didn't know
up.
how to handle that.
And it's really important, like in according to like the CNN article I just read, like your first crushes are really important on how you actually view relationships and treat relationships. It can be actually from obsessive or actually as just something as fleeting. So if it becomes very serialistic, then that's actually how you move forward with how you treat your relationships. There's some correlation to that. It's always about how when you were started out as a kid.
If you were to compare the crush that you had as young as kindergarten, since that's what I'm gauging from kindergarten to whatever first, second, third grade.
Yep.
Compared to who you're dating now or recently, does that woman have the same traits that that you saw in the very first crush that you had?
No.
Different, huh?
Way
Yeah.
different.
Gotcha.
But also
Way
it's because we change as people too as
Right.
well. We grow up and we have our own different perceptions, and we become like more worldly, and we grow up and have different perspectives on life. And it's no longer of like, oh, I think you're cute or whatever. It's like, do you have things in common? Is this person considered your partner? Will they help you out when shit gets real? And those all the things are that matter when we're adults,
Right.
Yeah.
So
I see that. Because
Yeah.
I think once I started discovering like what my priorities were, I think thinking back when I was a kid, I think I just wanted a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Girlfriend.
A girlfriend.
okay, what's that?
What's that?
As a flex.
As a flex?
Because
Girlfriend.
everyone like the cool ones had girlfriends. And I was like, I want to be part of the cool kids.
You are a cool kid, man.
Yeah, you're a cool.
No,
kid, man.
dude, you have no idea. Growing up, I was not a cool kid.
So I knew Dave since middle school, and I can tell you very firmly that he was not a cool kid.
Thank you.
I got young
At the same
pictures
time,
of
He
him.
firmed up like tofu right now. But
I got pictures of him when he was young. You can show it. I'll send it to James when he makes an edit, and then you can see him. But he was also the fastest man alive.
he was the second fastest man.
Second
Thank
fastest
you.
man in his
There
high
it is.
school.
Shout out to
He gets
Patrick. What's up,
He
Pat?
gets it.
Yeah, he actually he was second in line in track in high school. So I've actually went to middle school with you,
Mm-hmm.
and also high school. And you did track,
I did.
and he was the second fastest person on the track team. The 1st person holds the state record.
I don't know. Might have been broken now, but back then,
Back then, yeah. Back
Yeah,
then, it
that's
was the state record.
yes. So he was a fast mofo.
Yeah. Celebrities, by the way. Let's talk about real celebrities that we had crushes on growing up. I just
Okay.
looked her up right now. Danica McKellar. Do you remember her?
Who's that?
Winnie from the Wonder Years.
Winnie. Yes.
What you do?
When he was cute. When he was cute.
Yeah.
Was
And
cute.
she aged like fine wine.
We're also forgetting Danielle Fishel,
Yeah, everybody's got a crush in
Yes.
Daniel. Yeah.
right?
I feel like I mean there were so many shows back in the day where there was there was always
Yes.
there was
you would
always a
love the
female
characters.
lead that you'd have a crush on, and I feel like everybody had a crush on Amy Jo. Everybody had a crush on Daniel Fisher. I try to think of the shows that had female leads that no one really talked about. So
Mhm.
yeah,
No one talks about Leah. Well, maybe now. No one talks about Leah Thompson.
Leah,
Back to the Future. Marty's mom.
Marty's mom.
Yeah.
She was really pretty. She was
Yeah.
really pretty. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though that was his mom. She was hitting on Marty. Yeah, she was pretty. Once again, I'm gonna think about a show, and I forget their names because I just haven't looked them up in a long time. But do you guys remember Salute Your Shorts?
Yes, kind of.
There was also a Latina in there from Salute Your Shorts. I'll look her up in a bit. But yeah, there was also another female in that show that had my eye on as well.
Dina?
I think that's her. I think that's her.
Dina, show me.
Dina.
Dina from Salute Your Shorts.
Dina.
Dina.
This is Dina.
Oh, yes. She
As
is
a
pretty.
child, Dina as an adult.
That's what I was looking at.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you,
he had to say that's what I was
Yeah,
looking
that's
at.
what I was.
Not as a
I
child.
was.
I had a particular because if you look at Dina and you look at Alyssa, they kind. I mean, they were obviously I got a thing for Latinas.
There it is, chat.
But yeah, I mean back then. Do I still do that? Yeah, of course. Yeah. But yeah, I had a thing.
Mhm.
From kindergarten and up. So.
Do you guys remember Marley Shelton?
All these names
Marley
you bring up
Shelton.
until you bring up the show, that's when I realize who they
The
are.
Sandlot.
The lifeguard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wendy
This
Peppercorn.
magic moment. Yeah. If we had a Sandlot crew, you'd be Squints. You'd be the one making out with the lifeguard. Yes, I remember her.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think I would do something like that? Pretend to drown?
Yes.
Yeah, he would.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if
he would.
Tyra Banks
Was the
was
lifeguard?
the lifeguard, you would drown. And we'd help you out. We'd act out the scene like, lifeguard, please help. Comes on over. There's your shot, buddy.
Okay.
But yeah,
I appreciate
Miss
that.
Lifeguard. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
Mhm.
Further to what I was also reading, like on this whole topic, something really interesting popped up. It was actually that how Disney ruined the perception of us as kids.
What do you mean?
Basically, a lot of Disney films, including adaptations of The Little Mermaid or anything like that, they're not really necessarily about finding that one and then that's it. So growing up, at least for me, I thought it was that easy. You end up you fall in love with someone, you go.
That
"Okay, that's
is
it."
true. Disney did make it look easy. They did. Little Mermaid. You can even go back to to Goofy movie too. He ends up getting the the finest.
Were you
girl
a
in his
Disney
school.
person?
Was I a Disney? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen all the Disney movies that you had to watch growing up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What about you? Are you
I'm
a
not
Disney
a Disney person.
Yeah, you're
The
too busy
only-
watching magazines, huh?
Shut the hell up.
Too busy
No,
looking through
look,
Sears Magazines.
here's the-
What the hell's
here's the
your
thing.
problem, man?
We couldn't afford Disney VHSs.
Hey, that's real.
We couldn't. The only one we had
Yeah.
was Lion King. So I love Lion King.
You fell in love with Nala.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No.
Come on, you good looking
If
lion.
anything, look, I
Lioness.
remember watching Aladdin at my cousin's house, and I fell in love with
With
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Give me
Yes.
some. Right now. There you go.
Right, but do you remember how easy it was, dude? At least
No,
in the
he's
film.
right. He's absolutely right. Every Disney movie that had come out, there was a conflict of interest of love, and they had to go through some challenge to get that love, and they ended up getting it at the end of the movie. In most movies, back then, and they made it look so easy. But he's right though. As a kid watching those movies, damn, I can't wait to find my Ariel. Can't wait to find my Jasmine or whoever, my Belle. I can't wait to go to a library and slide down a ladder chute and find Belle at the very bottom of that library. But no, I never really thought about that. But that's true.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting because obviously now that's just how we operate in our love lives and in our relationships.
There's got to be this huge gesture.
That's wild.
You got to
That's
save
wild.
their
That's
life or
crazy.
something.
And additionally, too, if you look back on the Brothers Grimm's sources of the actual stories, like Pocahontas or Three Little Bears or any of the old stuff that we grew up with, all of those are actually cautionary tales. They end up actually horribly wrong at the very end.
Yeah,
They don't.
yeah.
They don't end up happily ever after.
It don't.
And then so growing up, at least within our generation, we're all kind of skewed because
There's
of
that
that.
Disney spin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
they make
you know?
it
Gary-
happily ever after.
And I think that it's a huge conversation, something that we can take offline on our conversations and Instagram as well. But it's like, when we speak about these things and experience these things, it plays into social media as well, of our happily ever afters on our social media, because our daily life, if we scheduled our life when we had a camera all around us, our Instagram posts would be a lot much more real and a lot less, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot more
Like,
mundane.
it's more-
yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just posting their highlights.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's posting their Disney.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Good way. Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways,
Can't fool us, guys. We watch your stories. We know where it's from.
yeah. I mean, that's all we have here for this short time for this topic. But we can definitely talk more about it in another future episode.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, guys. So, I mean, if you have a story that you'd like to share with the guys from 3 Dot, if you want to talk about your childhood crush, especially your celebrity crush, or maybe your Target ad model Sears crush as well, you can talk about that as well. We'd love to hear it. Talk to us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you find us. My name is Bugsy.
I'm D-Buster.
And I'm Goose.
And that's Goose, a.k.a. Fresh. And this is the 3 Dot Podcast where the conversation does not stop. Neither does celebrity crushes. And ad crushes.
Before we leave, who's your current celebrity crush? If you have one.
Right now,
Right now.
Mariah the Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist.
She's an R&B singer.
Yeah. You
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
I don't know.
What?
You don't know. You asked the question.
You asked
know.
a question and you don't even have the answer
Holy
to it?
Let me. I gotta think.
You haven't been looking at anybody as of lately? What kind of face is that?
I'm thinking.
Beautiful.
Fresh, you have any recent celeb crushes?
I mean, it's a
I
loaded
think
gun.
the
Hey, you know what? I'll get back to you later. Let have Dave say it. Yeah.
I think right now it's Scarlett Johansson.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Beautiful.
There you go. There you go.
Accomplished 3 years
You
later.
thought hard about that one.
I did.
Yeah.
I really did.
He loves coming up with the perfect ad, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Scarlett Joe. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you at the next episode.